say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The Lakers continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side are analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. From the sideline, we'll have the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a bit. The Brooklyn Nets, they want to turn the season series around as they lost their last matchup against the Los Angeles Lakers.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
You could say they certainly were not on a string on the defensive end. They need to be so much better moving forward.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Luke Walton played 10 seasons in the NBA, but it wasn't until near the end in 2011 that he started to consider coaching. Walton says, "I never thought about it until I hurt my back." Now, while he was out of action, Phil Jackson invited him to sit in on the coaches' meetings. Walton said, "I realized that I like that side of the game." And Kevin, he succeeded Phil Jackson as head coach of the Lakers. Back to you.
It definitely did, David. He won titles when he played for the Lakers. Now he'll try to bring that winning mindset back to L.A. Doris, late season, several championship contenders preparing their postseason strategies. It's fun to watch, and the maneuvering going on. How important do you think in earning home court advantage versus being your healthiest takes advantage?
Yeah, I think if you were going to talk to any of the head coaches in the NBA, they would say to you they will always take health over home court advantage. The other thing they would say to you, Kevin, is I would rather be rested than ready. And so both of those things are important.
Interesting. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Wells. He's out there with Ball. The captain out there with Brook Lopez. And it's Kuzma in at the 4 slot. Anderson the screen. Here's Crabbe. Good on the 13-footer. Crabbe's got the opening basket of the game for the Nets.
Boy, a strong finish down low. The defense was there, but he was not going to be denied.
Lopez, a screen on Anthony. Pass to Kuzma. Lopez, a screen. Wells passes to Lopez. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
You simply have to remember that Brook Lopez can stroke the jumper. This guy on catch and shoot is terrific.
Anderson in the post. Off with the layup.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
Here's Chapman, covered by Anthony. Lopez, right side. Knocks down the 3 ball. Lopez has got 5 points so far.
I think you have to respect the jump shooting ability of Brook Lopez. This guy excellent at the rise and fire.
Now here's Anthony, covered by Chapman. It's Anthony with the drive, rejected by Chapman.
You know, when you saw this team on paper at the beginning of the season, you had a feeling they'd have a good shot at making a run. The addition of DJ, I think, just put this team over the top, and they have to be viewed now, I think, as a contender.
Here's Whitehead after the made shot from Chapman. Outside Anthony. Will it go? Hope they get it back. There's Whitehead. He had 25 points in the win against New York.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Just 5 on the clock. Anthony can't hit.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
The shot's good from Kuzma.
And it just... seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here's Crabb. He's guarded closely. Anderson the screen. Here's Whitehead. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Whitehead's got his first 2 points of the night. Lakers leading by 5. Out left to the wing. Here's Chapman, covered by Anthony. To the middle. Lopez a screen. Here's Chapman. And he overshot that one, missing. Lynette's have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Anthony, the pass to Whitehead, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on Los Angeles. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the strike.
Shoot 2. And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And the Nets throwing big money at restricted free agents in recent years, trying to add talent any way they can.
Well, and sometimes being willing to overpay if they have to. With no high draft picks walking through that door, they've got to exploit every opportunity to improve this roster.
Here's Kuzma. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee. Clock is at 3. Here's Chapman. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Chapman's got his second basket of the night. Nets trail by 5. Anthony with it. 23 points for him the last game against New York. There's a screen. Here's Whitehead. Lopez covering. Whitehead's shot is off. Lakers leading by 5. Ball with a wide open look. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Anderson the screen. Pass to Crabb. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. On defense, the Nets. They trail by 6. Here's Wells.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
No good from outside. There's Whitehead. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. There's a good screen. Deep 2 from Anthony. The Lakers with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. It just gave up way too many easy shots.
And when the defense isn't there, Greg, you really open up the floodgates for the other team. They didn't have any heart.
Brooklyn with the ball. Following Lonzo Ball's 3. It's Anderson with the drive from deep. And it's Anthony again missing.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. Look at that.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they've been aggressive and assertive right from the opening tip. They've seized command of this game. Let's see what happens.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Robert Covington's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Here's Chapman, defended by Covington. Chapman, the pass to Lopez. 6 to shoot. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Lakers also making a change. Zubats is checked in.
One shot, behind the lane.
That free throw good from Chapman. Doris, you talk about versatility of players, but as a broadcaster, you've been a courtside reporter, game analyst, a studio host, you name it. What do you prefer to do? What do you like most?
There's no question about it, Kev. The analyst role is the absolute most fun. Now, the only thing that might push that over the top is to sit beside the great Kevin Harlan.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
Get a break in the action. Let's take a peek at the team scoring leaders. The Lakers, number 1.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. It's a 14-point game. Pass to LeVert. And Anderson has it in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer. Anderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Chapman the pass to Ball. Now here's Wells. Not a lot of room. Here's Chapman. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Doris, in the collective bargaining agreement, great news for retired players. Health insurance options, pensions will increase, tuition reimbursement fund. What does that mean to these players who gave everything they had for this great game?
You know what I love about this, Kevin? I think each of us stands on the shoulders of the people who came before us, right? Everybody is the product of all the experience that came before. So
Yes.
you think back to some of the ages that shaped the NBA, the Bill Russell Celtics, the Jerry West Lakers, and then go on through the generations. It's important we acknowledge their contributions. I absolutely love what this CBA has afforded these retired players.
And I think the NBA actually has taken a lead in that among all of the national sports.
You know what, Kevin? I think the NBA, because of their great leadership, they're always opportunistic to say, how can we make it better for our players? How can we make it better for the fans?
And other leagues are following. Well said, Doris. Lakers leading by 13 to the inside. Here's Nance. Lays it up and banks it in. Nance has got his first points of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Whitehead passes to Mozgov. Here's Whitehead. Picked by Mozgov. There's a screen. Up top, Covington. Covered by Chapman. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Lakers.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
first free throw is good. The Lakers making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in. And both free throws good for Covington. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 17-7 run. Knight against Covington. Knight dishes to Stevenson. Really left alone that time. Stevenson's got his first points in this one.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Covington with it. Now guarded by Chapman. Picked by Mozgov. Whitehead passes to Covington. This one for three. That one no good. Great D that time from Chapman.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
He feeds it to Stevenson. To the wing on the left. 5 to shoot. Here's Chapman. He's got 9. Off target with the free throw line Jay. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Whitehead. He's guarded by Knight. 13 feet away. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Whitehead's got 6 points. Los Angeles leading by 13. Here's Chapman, coming in off a 41-point performance last game out.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
Pass to LeVert. To the paint. Here's Covington. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, Karis LeVert has great size to see over the defense and terrific vision there.
Here's Chapman, defended by Covington. Chapman the pass to Nance. Outside Knight. Just 4 to shoot. The 17-footer. And that one comes up a bit short. Nets trail by 11. They get a hand on it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Julius Randle's checked in for Zubas.
No, get Nance out of there. He's fucking useless.
Here's Whitehead. He's guarded by Knight.
Out.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Here's LeVert. And the 3 off target. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Chapman. 9 points in the game so far. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. After the basket by the Lakers, they set the pick. Pass to Whitehead. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 5. A floater. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got his first basket of the night.
That's 6'7". Karis LeVert knows how to use that size, especially inside. He knows how to handle himself in there.
Here's Chapman, defended by Covington. Stevenson with a clean look. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Whitehead. He's guarded by Knight. Here's LeVert. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Chapman. 11 points in the game. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have
What was
got
that third ball, though?
Group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Mozgov. Anderson comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Robert Covington. And Krabs subbed in for LeVert. And the youngster Karis LeVert, drafted 20th overall, Doris, back in 2016 out of Michigan.
Well, I think some people consider this a high-risk, high-reward pick. The reason he dealt with stress fractures repeatedly in his left foot throughout his college days. But when this guy's healthy, man, whoo, can he shoot it? And at 6'7", look out.
Anthony is out there with Anderson. Then there's Allen. Then it's Allen Crabbe, and it's Whitehead in at the 1 spot. So that's the Nets 5. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, the captain in the last game against the Bucks was just phenomenal. He had 41 points and did his work from both lines, hitting from beyond the arc and from the foul line. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. I mean, he showed everybody just how special he is when he hit on his game.
Well, that was an elite performance, and it didn't seem to matter what approach they used to try to slow this guy down. He had an answer for everything.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Anderson wide open, hits the three-point bomb. Anderson's got 7 now in this quarter.
I tell you, get the feeling he's only going to get better as this game wears on. That first quarter was good. His second quarter has been great.
Here's Chapman. He's got 14. Takes the turnaround J. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Anthony. Pass to Whitehead. Anderson the screen. Whitehead passes to Anderson. Inside. Ripped away. And it's the Lakers on the break. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one's on Anthony. For Los Angeles, they have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
The first one falls. Doris, you've seen the game from many different angles. If you were a general manager, what would you look for if you were hiring a coach?
You know, it seems to me one of the most important aspects of being a head coach in the NBA, your ability to be a people person, to relate, to pull the strings that motivate different types of players. You know, I look at someone like Steve Kerr, who seems to have such a great feel for the pulse of his team, that seems to understand the players who respond well to sort of him getting in their grill. The other players who maybe need to be pulled aside privately because pride is in play. Listen, everybody has X's and O's knowledge as a head coach in the NBA, or they wouldn't be in that position. To me, it's as much about managing egos and minutes and being a good person and invested in those players as it is the X and O's.
Have you ever seen a great coach who wasn't also a great communicator in their own way?
No, I think communication may be the #1 skill aside from obviously basketball acumen.
The Lakers have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Wells.
And Wells is still figuring his game out. A superb offensive talent. but still needs to work a little bit on the defensive side.
And the Nets making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Brooklyn's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. A floater, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, we know that Hollis Jefferson is a tremendous athlete, but there's a physicality as well. Someone who does not shy away from a little contact. So Rondé Hollis Jefferson, the 23rd pick out of Arizona back in 2015. You know, it's interesting. He's drawn a lot of comparisons to another Wildcat alum, and that's Andre Iguodala.
Now, here's Wells. He's got 12. Ball kicks to Wells. Clock at 4. Over Crab. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Wells has got 14 points. And you look at Hollis Jefferson and Iguodala, a ton of similarities people feel. Both 6'7", both long and athletic, terrific defenders.
And also, Kev, both are very good ball handlers and solid passers. Think about Iguodala improving his shooting over his career. Let's see if Rondé can do the same.
Here's Chapman. He's got 16. Here's Ball. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's Hollis Jefferson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Rondé Hollis Jefferson, a good ball handler and passer. Doris, do you play him some at the point forward, or is that asking too much?
Well, I think at this point he's probably better suited as a secondary ball handler. Putting the ball in his hands does take some pressure off of his shooting, though. And if his jump shot doesn't come around, it might be something to revisit.
Here's Chapman, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Ooh, that kind of defense, it's almost as if they're just standing there.
Well, for the most part, they were just standing still. And you've got an easy 2 points.
Yeah, and despite his restrictions offensively, you still have to close off the lane or he'll burn you.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for the captain. Averaging 41 points, 15 rebounds, and 10 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass. Throwing himself into the rebounding battle was just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers. I think, you know, you look back on some of the point guards who have become head coaches in the NBA. Kenny Atkinson of the Nets, one of those guys, led the University of Richmond to the Sweet 16 back in 1988.
An easy 2 points on the layup. Chapman's got 20 points.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. And Coach Atkinson never played in the NBA, but a long professional playing career.
Well, he played for over a decade in Europe. And certainly, Kev, there's more than one way to succeed in basketball. And now he's gaining a reputation as being a solid NBA coach early in his career. I can't wait to see what's next.
Here's Whitehead after the made shot from Chapman. Anderson the screen. Down low, here's Hollis Jefferson, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play. And so it's Los Angeles.
Thank you, Kevin. Now your scoring has been big in the first half, but also rebounding has been huge. What's allowed you to have such an impact?
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll... Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so checked in for Lance Stevenson. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Brook Lopez. Brandon Knight is out there with Wells. Then there's the captain. And it's Kuzma in at the power forward position. Stolen. Here's Chapman. He's guarded by Cram. Kuzma, that's good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
LeVert the pass to Whitehead. Dishes to Anderson. tipped away. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Here's LeVert, and some very quick points for him on that possession. LeVert's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Kevin, fast release from Karis LeVert. The timing on the pull-up jumper, pretty.
Chapman the pass tonight. Here's the floater. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. A shot by Wells, no good.
Tough start to the second half, just 1 for 5. Wow.
Inside, here's Whitehead. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Whitehead's got 10.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Here's Chapman. He's guarded by Krabs. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Here's Whitehead. 10 points for him. Over to the wing. Fires for 3. Nice D from Chapman. Lakers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. To the inside, Kuzma. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him.
Anderson dishes to Crab. Passes it to Whitehead. Allen, a screen on Knight. Shot clock at 6. To the wing right side. Crab from long range.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
There's the dish to Knight. He kicks it to Wells. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, he's kept them in balance tonight. This guy's shooting has put them in front.
To the wing right side. Allen outside. Here's LeVert. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Brook Lopez. Doris, you've watched the game of basketball develop over the years, but it seems like over the past 5 seasons, there's been a real shift in what is considered a good shot. Talk about that if you could.
Well, there was a moment in last year's finals where Steph Curry is leading a transition opportunity where it's a 3-on-2, and normally you are taught, go get a layup. Well, Steph had Kevin Durant in front of him, and instead of passing to KD, he stops and shoots a pull-up 3. The three-pointer and playing with pace are the most extreme differences in this year's NBA.
The pull-up 3 really took a lot of focus, I thought, this past playoff season, didn't you?
Oh, I agree. And it's incredible the freedom that these guys have to go ahead and pull the trigger. Now, whether that's analytics-based, Kevin, or whether it's just the skill level changing of the players, that's an interesting question.
Wells' shot is good.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
Timeout called, the Nets. Shammy Wells with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter, or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to pull this guy off.
And a look here at the passing numbers over the last several months for Ball.
He hasn't been nearly as effective a passer these past few months, and that's unfortunate because when he's passing it well and the assists are coming, he is a much more complete player. It's something he has to be thinking about.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
To the paint. Here's Knight. Takes it off the glass. Knight's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Anthony. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
You know, that's just the power and strength from Anthony, able to take the hit and still play through it. You know, you just look back on the way Melo's game has evolved over his career. Certainly a couple of changes. He uses an outside shot far more often now that he is more comfortable with his 3. And not as many fouls drawn, but he still does a really good job attacking the rim.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Allen.
One shot, mind the lanes.
That free throw good from Anthony. And think about Melo's game over the years, Doris. He's made adjustments, but overall he has remained incredibly consistent in what his strengths are.
Well, this guy is a tremendous scorer from the mid-range. You can post him on the low block. You certainly don't score 20 points per game every season in your career without having multiple tools at your disposal.
Randall lays it up off the glass.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Picked by Mozgov. This one for three. Carmelo Anthony, and that's good. Anthony's got 6 in the quarter.
How smart is Melo when using that screen? Just curls right around it. Good position from him. Nice.
Wells passes to Chapman. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Here's Chandler, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Nets. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Ball's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
This is a high character guy. Chandler is a guy who will influence everyone around him in a positive manner.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. There's the pick. Pass to LeVert. Picked by Mozgov. Here's LeVert. 5 points in the game. For 3, Covington. The Lakers with the rebound.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Picked by Mozgov. Here's LeVert. The three-pointer, no good.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Here's Chapman. He's got 24. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Chapman's got 26 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Kicks it to Anthony. Inside. Got a piece of it. Chandler with the steal. Lakers working the ball around now. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Boy, Kev, I love his game. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Harry Nance is checked in for Julius Randle. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Knight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Chapman. Nets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. LeVert the pass to Carmelo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Anthony's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Now, just such a high percentage look, but with Melo, it's almost just a given. Tough to stop.
Here's Chapman. He has 29. Chandler kicks the ball. Chapman the pass to Nance. And it's going to be a 3-second call. At the break in the action, time for a rundown now of the most accurate shooters at small forward over the last 10 games. Well, you look at the captain, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
Obviously, looking at those numbers, he hasn't just been settling for outside shots. He works very hard to get a lot of high-quality looks in close.
Yeah, I mean, he is just as effective from any range. You're right. I mean, he's at the absolute top of that list because of the work he does to beat his man to the rim and finish at the bucket.
Shot clock at 5. Hollis Jefferson passes to Moscow. Covington inside the line. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Los Angeles has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Ball kicks to Stevenson. Wide open shot is on the money. Stevenson's got his third basket of the night right there.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Back to Anthony. Over Nance. Chapman with the rebound. Chapman's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Chandler up top. To the middle. In the corner, it's Stevenson. Now the pass to Chapman. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Shoebox is checked in for the Lakers. For Los Angeles, they've gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Anderson is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then there's Allen. And it's Whitehead in at the point guard position. So that's the Nets 5. Lopez sets a screen for Knight. Off the pick. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Hollis Jefferson, good.
Well, I'll tell you, excellent job from Hollis Jefferson. This guy's so skilled at getting terrific position down low.
Here's Chapman, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Anderson the screen. Over Randall. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Wow, hats off to him for making that one. You can't find a much tougher shot than that.
Stevenson outside. Pass to Chapman. He dishes it to Stevenson. Here's Chapman. Takes the 13-footer. Another shot with 1 on the clock, and the layup is good. Chapman's got 11 in the second half.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
Allen with the screen for Anderson. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
You know, despite his struggle shooting, they've been successful tonight. He's just not gotten on track.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. The Lakers making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. Now, here is Knight. Defense right on him. Chandler outside. Back to Knight. Feeds to Randall. Lets it fly from 18. That's good. The assist that time from Knight.
Well, that shows a sign of maturity, guys. Everyone expecting Knight to try and score it. Instead, he finds the open man.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Takes the 3. Chapman's shot is off.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
To the left wing. Here's Whitehead. No good with the triple. And for the Lakers, they're shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. And the dunk by Chandler.
Well, what a transition for Chandler. He comes into the league as a quick, skinny guy. Now plays with power.
Here's Whitehead. He's guarded by Knight. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Perfect example of how to set a great screen. Set your feet, stand firm.
Doris, we've seen a number of aging players really change their bodies through better nutrition and improved fitness conditioning. Do you think we'll see more guys even extending it further, playing into their 40s in the NBA?
Well, how great would it be to see LeBron James play into his 40s? You look at a guy in the NFL, a much more physically demanding game in terms just of the hitting that's done in the game. Tom Brady approaching his 40th year, incredible. And LeBron James would be the player I point to. There's a guy 6'8", 200 and whatever he is, probably 65 pounds, who every single day puts time into the process of keeping his body healthy. It's great. His greatness has been sustained, but he pays a price to get there, Kevin.
And Doris, you can change your body and you can change your game too as you grow old.
That's a great point. Think about how much of a low post scorer Kobe Bryant became later on in his career,
Yes.
because the elevation, his ability to elevate, so different.
Great example. Stevenson dishes to Knight. Chandler a screen. Knight kicks to Chandler.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Nets have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Screen by Cousins. Down low, here's Hunter. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Doris, some people are pushing for Holcomb Rucker to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. What do you think are the chances of that happening?
You know, I think contributions to the game take many shapes and forms, Kevin. And obviously, Rucker Park is one of the most identifiable places in the history of the game. If you're a city basketball player, you know Rucker Park. You tried to prove your bona fides there. So if the committee believes Mr. Rucker is worthy, I am all for it.
Knocked loose. Here's LeVert. Passes it to Beck. Fires from deep. They get it again. Here's Hunter. Out of bounds. The Lakers will take possession. Lakers ball. LA's gone ice cold from three-point land. 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Chandler outside. Outside Knight. The feed to Stevenson. Chandler a screen. Off the pick. And it's Stevenson missing.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Over to the wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Battle. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
Chapman the pass to Chandler. Taken away. Here's Whitehead. He's guarded by Knight. Dishes it to Cousins. Out left to the wing. Pass to Whitehead. The tray. The rebound by the Lakers. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Chandler is screen. Here's Chapman. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Here's Whitehead. He's guarded by Knight. And there's the pass to LeVert. course, we know coaches need to win to keep their jobs. However, they need great players to win, which falls on the shoulders of a general manager. So why are more coaches fired for poor team performance than GMs, you think?
You know, I think what's fascinating to me, and this is a supposition I've heard other broadcasters talk about, which I believe should be instituted. Instead of just showing the coach's record on national broadcast, why don't we include the record of the GM? Because the coaches are not ultimately responsible unless they're responsible for both jobs, which we do see on occasion. But to me, the general manager has a significant role to the win-loss record, and both should be included.
And maybe when the owner says, hey, I'll pick the coach, it doesn't affect you. But if you pick the coach, you're tied with that coach. You're joined at the hip.
Great point. Great point.
Yeah, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Outside Knight, pass to Chapman. Back to Knight, deflects the pass. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's Whitehead. Passes it to Bennett. Shot off the screen. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Outside Knight. Pass to Chapman. He feeds it to Randall. Knight dishes to Chandler. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Randall. Off target from outside. Brooklyn's got a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the captain.
Boy, I have loved this guy's energy all night. There was never a point in which he let up. The triple-double evidence of the kind of effort and skill he has.
Screen by Cousins. Puts up a 3. Right-hand shot is off. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Chapman. That free throw good from Chapman. Both free throws good from Chapman. 11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside Anthony. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure did not. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Another triple-double tonight. So is this something you're planning to do all season?
You know, as often as I can. You know, I feel like when I'm able to contribute in multiple ways, the team is better off. Of course, there's no way that I'm able to get numbers without the help of my guys. So, you know, all credit should be sent their way. I felt, you know, we played a strong game tonight.
Well, you all did, but you led the way, so congratulations. Kevin?
right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.